All right. We are live. Hello, friends. All of the stamping friends out there. I've got a special guest star with me tonight. Here she is.
I'm Brandy.
This is Brandy. She is a famous stamper. You might know her as well already, but she's also my team leader. So we're here tonight partying and making some cards. So I have not told Brandy very much about what we're doing tonight. This is mystery stamping for her.
Yes.
Tell them what I've told you so
far. I was told to choose a color combo, 5 colors. And so after some deliberation, I have chosen these colors plus Azure Afternoon.
Yep.
So I've got my Lemon Lolly, Daffodil Delight, Soft Sea Foam, Granny Apple Green, Azure Afternoon. And that's all I know. She cut out some dies and stuff. So I can't wait to see
She did see a little bit of the prep. So now if you want to follow along with us, you could do that tonight. Grab 5 colors of cardstock. They can be an ombre, kind of like Brandy's rainbow, ombre rainbow, or they could be completely random. So here's the ones that I'm selecting. And the colors tonight, we're in the kitchen tonight. And so the colors aren't as great because the lighting is weird in here. We have outdoor lighting come in from the side door. So anyway, but after we'll take good pictures of the cards and post them like I normally do so that you can see the colors. But here's the color scheme I've selected. I also selected Azure Afternoon. And then that's petal pink. Looks
like white or maybe.
Yeah. I'm like struggling with the reverse image.
Yeah.
Coastal Cabana, Bubble Bath, and what is that? Flirty Flamingo, I think.
I think
Does that look right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you have 3 pinks.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, I mean,
Bath,
this petal pink is like the only peach that we have. And so that one's kind of weird for me because it's called pink, but it's peach.
It has pink in the name, unlike the other 2, but the other 2 are actually much more pink than
if you put it in a pink scheme, it looks peach, but if you put it in others, it looks more pink.
That's true.
Anyways, I don't know, keeping us guessing, right? So the next thing that we did was cut out strips, 5 strips that are 7/8 inch wide. And then they're the length of a card. So 5.5. So I forgot I was going to refresh really quick and make sure that we're here. Yep. Okay. I see us. And hello to all of you that are watching. Thanks for being here tonight. We'd love to hear about your day if you want to tell us. I always just jump right in without the chit chat. I forget that we can be like normal,
we can visit
chatty people. Would you like to tell everybody about your day?
My day? Well, I started to tell you this. We stayed up till 3 a.m. last night because we're crazy summer people. My husband is a teacher and doesn't work during the summer. And
so your whole house becomes nocturnal.
Yes, we're crazy. So we were just like doing a puzzle and we were playing video games and like making each other laugh and playing with the dogs. And then we're like, what are we doing? It's 2:30. And we finally like got everybody closed down at 3. So I slept in today, first of all.
Till noon.
And till 11:30. But I was like practically the first one up.
Yeah.
Then I gathered some sewing stuff so I could come hang out with Shannon. We're going to be hanging out for a couple of days. Starting with stamping, and then we're going to do some sewing.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. In a couple of days. I hadn't thought about it like that. That's a long time.
Yeah, I have. I'm gone, you guys. Don't bother me.
Yeah, you're not answering your phone, right?
I'm unavailable. I live in the same town.
Yeah.
But I'm just at Shannon's.
Your family knows where to find you, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And I had a regular work day today. It was an intense, fun work day as always. And so now happy to let my hair down in a few minutes. And well, I guess now.
You haven't let it down yet.
I know. We'll let it down.
For me, it's like when you're ready to play, it's put the hair up.
I was looking at my hair earlier and wondering if I just let these gray streaks. I'm kind of like, what was that?
Don't you mean your blonde highlights?
Yeah, my blonde highlights. Yeah. What was it? Elvira, Queen of the Darkness. Didn't she have like 2 gray stripes? Oh no, that was it the Addams mother? Oh. Anyway, I might be doing that because you don't watch movies. Yeah. Okay, I think we're ready now. Hopefully you guys have told us what you've been doing. I don't see many of the comments, but I always like to go read them after. So love to hear about what you guys are doing, where you're watching from. But we're going to now change this to our hands so that you can see what we are making. And so far it doesn't look like too much here. as our camera. And you know what I learned today? I've learned this before. Don't paint your nails red and then do stamping. You get big red
Oh, yeah, you
lines on
should.
everything.
I already see some.
Yeah, they're all over my grid paper, and
Oh, no.
I was getting them on things earlier, so I'm
You
gonna be
need a
really
really good
careful.
top coat.
I know, I didn't do a
It's
top
very-
coat at all because I was afraid that they would, get tacky. Anyway, okay,
Okay.
white card. So yours is right there.
Card base, yeah,
Mhm.
got a standard.
Yep,
4
just
1/4 by
regular
5
out.
1/2.
So then we're gonna just layer our strips onto this. You can do them in any order. It should be hopefully the right amount to just cover them. And if it's too not enough, we might have to trim off one edge or the other. But yeah, I think we might have to trim one just a teeny bit. I did this last night and did them instead of cutting them 7/8 width, I cut them 13/16.
Oh, boy.
And they weren't wide enough. I had to trim my card. So this time I'm
Oh,
like,
boy.
okay, let's add a 1/16 of an inch and
Okay.
see how it goes. And if you guys
Okay.
are like not math people that are listening, then just ignore that whole last paragraph. I think I'm gonna rearrange these though. I want to keep playing with the colors and see.
Okay, I think I like mine. So I'm just going to seal plus.
Yep, and
each
just
row.
pack them all down. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the top because I'd rather trim at the edge than the fold.
Yes, good plan. Don't trim the fold. Let's see.
I'm glad to see you're using Seal Plus. That's also my favorite.
Yes,
Adhesive.
that's actually why I grabbed it, because I figured you'd complain if I didn't.
Oh, I have been very preachy. Well, I don't like the wetness of the, Tombow.
Oh.
I'm always messing it up before it
Yeah,
dries.
but what about just regular seal?
Regular seal, I have a hard time with the stretching as I come away
Oh,
from the
okay.
project. So I
wondered why
like
that
where I
is.
could just stop and I
'Cause
don't have to.
it's what do you
It's
call it?
little
It's
tiny,
sliced in little
yeah,
pieces,
it already
yeah.
has little cuts, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm happy with the way my colors are now. So you can see these colors a little better now. Coastal, petal pink, flirty flamingo, bubble bath, azure afternoon. So this would be fun. I mean, you could do this with scraps and they wouldn't even have to be the same. I'm gonna just do it on my card. They wouldn't even have to be the same width. Like you could have uneven widths and put them together, like lots of stripes on shirts and stuff are all different.
Mm-hmm.
The stripes are different widths.
Yeah, that'd be
So,
cute to play with. Huh? I
Yeah.
say as though I would know what we're making. I bet it would be.
So, you will in just a minute. Unveiling happening soon. So let's see.
Sad, I'm cutting off my very favorite color, lemon lolly. That's the one I have extra of at the bottom.
Yeah, should have planned that better.
Girl.
I've got to trim some on the side too, I think.
Yeah, me too.
A little bit, or you could just leave it. It actually looks fine. But yeah, that's a pretty bold color scheme. The card that I made last night to practice for this is a completely different color scheme. So you guys will get to see 3 different variations of this before our game is through. Okay, if you saw the description of the video tonight before you clicked the link, it said paper florist dies, and we think that's the name of these. We can't remember perfectly, and we were late, so we just threw it down. But I think these are just such interesting dies. You can do cool things with them. So I've just cut out kind of a variety of stuff, so you can grab 2 or 3 to put on your card, or 4. Like you can grab however many you want, but like within the bounds of what I have here.
Okay,
And
so
so
don't,
yeah, you can't have them all. We're sharing. You can have 2 leaves and I will have 2 leaves. And then these are all just the centers. There's lots of different centers to choose from,
okay.
which I find really interesting. And there's different, like there's even bigger petals. You could make bigger flowers if you want. And I think that's what these centers are for. But I mean, yeah, so those are too big there, but I just cut them out anyway to kind of see how it looked. But this one looks good for that size right there. Look at that.
Yeah. What's this little guy? Is this a center too?
Yeah, that can also
See.
be a center, just kind of like
Yeah, I want one of those. Cute.
this way, maybe. Looks like a jack,
Yeah, it does. It's fun.
So, and then these tiny ones could be nice too for the centers here,
And so how do you like bone fold these to
So
curl
yeah, that's what
them?
I did. So when I did it, and I haven't played with them too much, but I folded them up like this first. So bent them all up and then bone fold them, and we only have
Back
both
again?
folders. So yeah, back that
Okay.
way.
Okay. I got
or just fold it. You could fold it round, roll it over a pencil or something. So that's how I did it, but I think,
Okay, yeah, that's cute.
I think you could try a couple different ways. So there you go. Then it just kind of gives it a little more life.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I want to put, I think I'll put 2 big ones and 1 small one maybe on my card. And then, but you can, load yours up however you'd like. We can show different variations.
Okay.
So far, I haven't gotten any red streaks on my flower, so I'm going to call that winning.
Nature could have some kind of streaks, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's true. They might have some like that. Okay.
It's nice to be stamping alongside you instead of being your enemy.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So yes, if you guys have watched the Great American Stamping Show, Brandy's been my competitor. I know. I'm really having to muster up the kindness to be nice to you tonight after you beat me that first week.
Well, we had a buffer week in between where neither of us
Yeah.
won, so we
Yeah.
can just be.
So I don't know. Is this week
You were
my
second place
week?
for sure, though.
This week? Yeah, I think I
This
was.
past week, so you
Mhm.
did. You
So I
beat
did
me.
go up in the ranks.
You
True,
beat
I
me,
beat you.
Josh.
Yeah, that's true. I just really struggle with losing. It's true. I'll admit it.
I know I've played board games with you a
Yeah.
time or two.
I'm not a pleasant person. So I feel like I've been handling things really well so far.
You have.
Okay, so
Okay,
then
I've made one flower.
oh,
Do
that
you
looks
approve?
good. Oh, you double layered.
I
Beautiful.
don't know.
Okay, so then the only other thing that
Oh,
we need to
that's
do
yours.
is do a greeting. And I brought in this. I think it's time for a celebration.
Okay, cute.
Um,
From the
and
balloon.
that's from the
bouquet.
balloon. Yeah. Bright and beautiful stamp set.
Beautiful balloon. No.
Oh, is it beautiful balloons? Yeah, the suite I think is bright and beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful balloons. That does sound right. So I'm going to stamp this here and then emboss in white.
Okay, cool.
Oh, where did the embossing tool go? Oh yeah, we did
The
get
heat
that.
tool,
Yeah,
it's
the heat
over
tool.
here by me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I of course didn't use this, so use that.
Oh, so we don't get crummies.
But I'm gonna see if I can. This is my first time using this little kit, but look, it has my little brush, has all the things that I need here. And then let's turn this on. Off screen. I need to pull the on screen so everyone can see the magic of embossing. There we go.
I like how you use the tweezers to
Thank
keep it in
you.
place. That was
In my last stamp class that I had several weeks ago. Oh no, I guess, yeah, 2 weeks or something like that. I got to show some people heat embossing for the first time.
Oh, there is nothing like
I haven't, yeah, I was just like, really? You've never heat embossed? I was just so excited to let them experience that magic. And then I got to talk about how we used to do it on the stove and
before I
with
had
the-
a heat tool, I made 80 Christmas cards with my toaster.
your toaster.
Like I had,
Wow.
yeah, I would put the toaster down, get it hot, and I would just hold my project over it. I didn't
Yeah.
like put it in there.
Yeah.
But
I first did embossing on the
Poor man.
stove and then I was like a hair dryer,
uh
but that lasted about 1 second and all of the powder blew right off, and I
Right.
burned out a hair dryer.
oh
So I
geez.
was like, okay, that now my embossing tool is even, or heat tool is even more expensive than it should have been because now I have to get a new hair dryer too. So anyway,
That's
okay.
a must-have, is your embossing stuff.
One thing I did not get from the other room is dimensionals. So all of these will just need to be with
Okay, here's some of these too.
seal and
You can always do a couple glue dots. That makes it
tough it
tall.
up a little bit. Yeah, that's true. So I'm
Okay.
gonna put this right over here and I'm gonna trim off that point.
Okay, I'm ready to emboss mine, so I'm gonna rub with embossing buddy. Ooh,
Smart.
look how dusty it is.
Wow,
I
yeah.
hope you have a tissue handy.
My pants.
Yeah,
My
okay,
shirt
yeah,
here.
we
You
could
can
do
use
that.
My shirt.
Not yet.
Okay.
Shannon's shirt's been through a lot today
Yeah,
already.
I had a big salsa explosion earlier tonight, so it's fine. It mostly washed out. It's fine. Okay, so there I've put my greeting down.
Cute.
You
That
need
looks
this.
awesome. Yeah.
And tweezers are right there in front of you when you're ready.
Yeah. These tweezers are cool because they're like, you squeeze them to open, and so I can just relax and it just holds it.
Backwards
I know,
tweezers.
I'm lazy that.
Reverse.
Like it'd be hard if you had to just sit and squeeze it shut to hold it.
Yeah, I usually just jab it, I don't really.
I worry about my table. Do you ever worry like you're gonna heat your table too much?
Your heat. No, I haven't worried about that before. I've never burned any grid paper, so I figure it's fine. I don't know. All right, let's see how to layer these on. Okay. We have 34 people watching us. Awesome. Now, if you do this, I've said this every week and nobody has done it yet, but if you try this, please post it in the comments after so that I can see what you make if you try the techniques here. So
I just rubbed it on my dress.
Oh, that's okay. Right.
Trying to get all the white, dusty stuff off of it.
Where did the glue dots go? Okay, I think I'm gonna just start sticking these down. They might be just a little bit random, but that's all right. Kind of put them together. And there's another big one of these, so I'm gonna copy you now and do a double layer, even though I didn't think of that on my own. But see, that's what happens when you stamp with a friend.
It's true. Yeah,
It's kind of like on what's that show? What is it like? Was it $25,000? No. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Stamp with a friend, call a friend.
Oh yeah, phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
That's funny. I did like that show.
Stamp with a friend. She showed me how to layer my paper florist dies correctly.
I like how you hung this off and trimmed one end off. Just another, different way to use these dies, which are awesome.
Yeah, the main reason I did that is I felt like that greeting was kind of overpowering because it's big and black. And so where we've got all these pastels, so I didn't want it. So I was like, maybe that will minimize it just a little bit. I don't know. There we go.
Yeah.
I kind of bent that a little bit, but that's okay. Okay. So this one's going to go right there. And then I think I'm going to do the bigger center on this one. Oh, you did that one. I'm going to do this round one. Okay. And did you put them on with glue dots?
I did. I used all glue dots to layer mine. I am a mini glue dot fiend. I love those things. I use them all the time.
Well, I'm glad I have them available for you then.
This and the mini glue dots, and then just dimensionals. I don't usually use any of the other like that stuff. Although it's nice for the tiny.
Yeah, I do like it for that reason, but it can get a little bit.
Tweezers for your teeny tiny.
Yeah, thanks. All right, so you're finished already? Wow.
I don't know. Should I do a ribbon too?
So I brought the black and white ribbon just in case you wanted to add a little something somewhere, but I'm going to be finished after this.
Okay.
So you are welcome to improvise or not. Yeah. Oh, leaves. I didn't get any leaves on yet. You got yours already. See, I think those centers aren't quite big enough for these flowers.
Well, yeah,
it's probably okay.
I mean,
this one would have been too big, right?
And maybe you could layer them on another card, like do those in 2 different colors, and then layer them like I don't know.
Yeah, make
it be darker and
like layered.
I like how you're doing black and white for the flowers, because you think flowers and you go, okay, they need yellow centers, they need to be like pink and purple, but you let the background be the colorful part.
So that way you could just cut out like 1,000 flowers, all the same color. And then just go with your strips. Yeah. See, this is, did you have one? Oh, you had them both sticking out. Cute. I'm just going to stick this out from this one only.
You could make a whole stack of card bases and then put together and do all different greetings depending on what you need.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. It feels like a stack.
And that's it. I didn't realize I was working off screen. That is a famous trick that I do often. So let's do that. You can see we have one orphan flower.
Oh, where should it go?
I guess we can use it on our next card. So, and you just
I didn't glue those on yet, but they're cute, huh? I guess I'll try my.
Another thing I did consider was getting like some kind of a, there was one, like a little splash stamp and then doing it behind. I was going to actually get like a black marker and spritz, but anyway, didn't do that. So those are other options to add just a little bit more to these. So, and now I'll bring in my first one that I did so we can compare and contrast and decide which one is the best.
Let's do a glue dot for this guy.
So here I feel like we have like awesome 80s
Yes.
combination. And then we have like the summer, you know,
Okay, yeah.
bright summer colors. And then this is my other version, which is
Oh my gosh, fun.
yeah, I like this one too. Melon Mambo. Well, I didn't use the label on that, but other than that, it's all the same. Melon Mambo, Calypso Coral, Lemon Lolly, Daffodil Delight, and Crushed Curry.
I love the yellows. They're together. That looks awesome. This makes me think of that time you roller skated at an on stage. Like, was this the color of your outfit?
I think it would have been the color of the
like the signage.
Yeah, the signage. Yeah,
I just wanted
the
to talk
logo.
about that day.
The day I got to roller skate. That was amazing.
It's a good memory.
I need to do more roller skating. All right, well, that's it, you guys. Thanks so much. Here, I guess I can turn back to our faces to say goodbye. That would be nice, probably. So thanks so much for tuning in and for watching with us, and would love to see any strip piecing or
Strip piecing.
strip piecing that you do.
Thank you for inviting me over, Shannon.
Thanks for being with
Thanks
me.
for having me, everybody. That was fun.
Have a good night. See you next
Yeah.
time. Oh, and this Thursday, round 3 of the Great American Stamp Show. So make sure that all happens at home. That all happens on YouTube, but I'll put a reminder here in Facebook so that you can go over to our YouTube channels and see which project you like best. Are we allowed to say what stamp set we're doing it, or is that still kind of a secret until Thursday?
I guess it's a secret until Thursday.
It's really different.
You'll never guess it.
You'll never guess
Even
it.
if you try.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see if
Tell
anyone
us what you think the stamp set is. It's the most undiscovered stamp set in the catalog.
We're bringing it to light.
We are.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
Bye,
Okay,
guys.
see ya.